Alright, and last up tonight is a special, as I mentioned, a first look at an updated G1 character. And it is Treadshot with Catgut from the Transformers Collector's subscription service 2.0 this year, one of this year's figures. Comes with the Catgut Minicon, or Action Master partner. He was an Action Master in G1. And kind of cool. And here, Treadshot is, as you can see, a repaint of the Warpath Generations mold. In the old Action Master line, he was kind of a generic visored robot. He showed up in the comic a couple of times, but wasn't a main character. Catgut, however, looks very much like his original Action Master partner, which turned into like a big giant rifle, and then like a leopard. His tail is not yellow, but there you go. Now this is based off of the Jita. I can't remember what the name of it was. It was something like that. The Micron partner that came with Zombie Cliffjumper in the ARMS Micron line. And it's kind of a saw blade weapon gun. You can actually flip out, if you want to look more like an actual gun, you can flip out the tail, which, again, unlike the original partner, is not yellow, but you can flip out the tail and have kind of a barrel in there to make it look more like almost kind of like a Gears of War weapon with chainsaw and a gun together. But so you can make it look like a gun. The bio card specifically mentions that Treadshot becomes a promotion cheetah to a particle blaster. So normally he's a giant saw weapon. Doesn't really look like a particle blaster. But if you flip the tail out, it can absolutely be a gun or a particle blaster. And some neat art there on the bio card, as well as a copy of the instructions, which have been modified to look like Treadshot. At least in the picture. It's basically Warpath instructions, because I don't think there's any mold changes to him. Now his Catgut partner, again, like I said, it's a saw. You can actually open it up and kind of turn it into like a shield type weapon. You'd have him hold it like a saw shield. Or if there were a peg hole on the side, you could peg it on as a shield. He does not have any easily accessible peg holes. It just has some 5mm clips, but no place to really peg this on as a shield on the arm. But it works nicely as kind of a gun and all that. And you just flip the head out. I'll flip this peg all the way back. And what's nice is he doesn't have the sticker under the crystal, but it does have a little Decepticon logo tampoed onto the little crystal that was on these guys. You fold this up, just his tail, fold the legs down a little bit, legs up. And he doesn't have any stickers or paint on the one eye, but it actually is a pretty decent representation of the old Catgut, who was basically like a black little cat robot. The only difference is he had a big yellow tail and turned into like more of an actual gun thing. But he had the orange legs with the black body and a neat little Catgut that comes with him. Treadshot, of course, is standard Warpath mold, and with some, it's kind of a peachish pink here on the abs and the head, which is cool. Some brown and some blue here on the tank mode. But other than that, I mean, it's the same old Warpath mode, which is a really solid mold. It's a fun little mold. Like I said, he was kind of a generic robot in the old G1 line, possibly based off like a 357 Magnum robot made by another company, but very generic. And here he has an actual tank mode, which we'll get to. And he just transforms exactly like Warpath. You pull this out, flip his head in, close that up, bring these open up the arm here, flip his fist in, and then flip this all the way straight up like that, and then close that. Same on the other side. Yep. Flip it up before you close it. And then pop the torso up, flip this piece out, and then flip the lower abdomen piece out. Just like that. Bring this forward. Bring the legs forward a little bit. Go ahead and rotate this up and out and to the side, so the knee goes out to the side here. And then this piece, you lift it up this piece, and then fold this piece in, which then pegs back in and locks into place there. And then you bring these together and lock them together like this. And then the whole thing rotates forward, and this part pegs in here. And that's really all there is to it. There he is. He's a tank. The turret rotates, again, just like on Warpath. You can fold these down again to the side of the turret as well. He's got the same spring-loaded missile here that fires pretty well, and just like on Warpath, it does stick a couple inches out the back, an inch and a half out the back of the missile launcher. And what I did on Warpath was I just trimmed the missile about right here. Still fired just fine, still look just fine. And then you could keep it in here without having this giant piece sticking out the back, because in robot mode this does tend to stick out to the back of the robot. So if you need some space and you need to get him up against a wall or something, trimming that can keep all the functionality without blocking anything. But it's entirely up to you. And again, because he's got a lot of 5mm clips but no peg holes, there's no place to peg Catgut in alt mode. Although again, in alt mode he does have a kind of cheat up alt mode, so he could run alongside the tank. But yeah, there they are in their alt modes. Let's refocus and see if we can get a little clearer. So yeah, there's Treadshot. And he comes in, the standard Fun Pub box with the foam. Now it is easy to miss. I almost missed it at first. There is a little slot up here at the top, a thin little slot that the missile comes in. The tank comes here, Catgut comes here, and then his missile fits in right up in here. And you kind of have to get your finger in there and dig all the way down for it, because mine was at the very bottom of the foam. But just don't miss it. The missile is included. It's up there at the top. And then back to robot mode. Again, you come out here, pull this waist piece down, kind of unpeg these and flip them down and fold them in. Unpeg, flip it down, fold them in. Rotate the legs around to the front. Bring the waist piece down. Flip in this piece. Make sure it flips in all the way, then fold it all the way down like that. And then this tab here at the front should fold down. Make sure this is straight. And then make sure that's all the way up. Come on, alright, fold these up so they can give them clearance. And then fold that down so that pegs in right there on the waist. So he doesn't have a waist swivel, unfortunately. And then you open up these panels and flip them down. And flip the fists out. Very easy. Close those up. And then as a final step, you just push in the cannon, which pops his head up. It actually works better on here than it did on my Warpath. My Warpath used to give me a whole bunch of problems. And he actually pops up with a fervor on this guy, so I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, there's that. And then again, Catgut transforms into his little weapon of choice here. We'll leave it like that, so it is a plasma blaster. Peg that into his hand. I don't know why it doesn't go in further than that. Give him his gun. And there is the first look at the Transformers Subscription Service 2.0 Treadshot. If you want to get an in-person look at this guy, BotCon is taking place the 19th through the 22nd of June, so next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend at the Pasadena Convention Center. It's where they had it in 2011, the last time I went to BotCon. It's a great venue. For the convention. There's a lot of stuff right around. There's going to be a big event at Universal, and I don't know, some big fan events. So if you're in the area, check it out. Most of you, I assume, are already planning to go, but you can see this at BotCon on display next weekend, the 19th to 22nd. And if you're going to the show, enjoy it. I'm looking forward to getting some of the exclusives. I really want to get my hands on one of those Scorponauts. I thought I had somebody who was getting one for me, and they weren't able to. So we'll see what happens. But there is Universe 2.0 Treadshot from the Transformers Collector Club, part of their TFS, their Subscription Service 2.0 line, and it should be coming to you soon. I know Iron Fist just, Barricade shipped a couple weeks ago, and Iron Fist is starting to hit mailboxes now, so I don't know where in the lineup Treadshot will be, but he'll be on the way to you if you subscribed. And I really like him. I really dig Catgut. The use of Jita hair as a Catgut, because it works really well, and it's a really nice upgraded form for one. The Warpath mode is already one of my favorites, and it's a nice upgrade to the old Action Master figure. So yeah, there's Treadshot from the TFSS 2.0.